everybody, welcome back to our channel. Join the journey with the Jacksons. We're super excited about this video today because it is very important, wouldn't you say?
Absolutely. Money makes the world go around.
That's what they say. So we're going to be sharing some budgeting tips with y'all and basically what you do to budget for a wedding.
Keep track of all your expenditures. It's important.
Yeah, if you don't actually keep track of everything that you're spending, then it'll get expensive really fast. One of the first things you need to do after you get engaged, you need to sit down with your fiance and talk about, okay, how much money do we want to put forth this wedding? You might have a fixed budget of, I already have this saved, or I already have this allotted for the wedding. That's another thing. You need to know where the money's going to be coming from. If it's going to be coming from you and your fiance, or your parents, or your fiance's parents, or some grandparents. You need to know where the money's coming from before you actually start spending money, because it's very important to know if you actually have the money.
Traditionally, the bride's side of the family will pay for the whole wedding, while the groom's side will pay for the rehearsal and for the honeymoon.
Although that's traditional and that does happen sometimes, a lot of the times it ends up happening like what's going on with us, where we're paying for the majority of the wedding. Some people are paying for little things here and there, but the majority, the big bulk of everything is coming from our pockets.
Yeah, we're not bragging on ourselves. We're just saying that's our scenario.
Yeah, we're just saying you need to know where the money's coming from, and in our case, the money is coming from us. So basically, while we were dating, whenever we had the cash flow, we ended up saving individually in individual bank accounts. We started saving for our wedding fund and our future fund, and we decided we together wanted to save at least $10,000 before we got married. And that might be something that you need to think about if you're not engaged yet. If you know that you want to marry this person, go ahead and start saving. We did that because we wanted to have a short engagement. We didn't want to have to be saving money and just be waiting on the money for us to get married. We basically wanted to be ready to be married once we got engaged, financially and everything. So whether you're saving the money before you get engaged or whether you're saving the money while you're engaged, just have a set amount of money that you want to save before you get married.
Once Andrea and I were engaged, we decided to set a max budget for all the aspects that would go along with the wedding and the future. Which I want to go back to what you said about the future. You know, how we had our future budget. What that meant was like our living space. So obviously we're hearing what will be our apartment in just 100 days from now. Actually, well, it'll probably be different by the time you see this video. But today it's 100 days away.
So like he said, once we got engaged, we set a max budget for ourselves, and for us, that was $8,000, and we told ourselves it's very important that we do not go over this much money because we don't have it. And if we do have it, we don't want to spend it on the wedding, we want to spend it on life after the wedding.
Absolutely.
So once you get engaged, you need to sit down and talk about how much you need to spend on the wedding, and just a max. You cannot go over this amount. But in order to find that amount, you have to think about every little aspect that goes into the wedding financially, and think about, like, project how much each thing is going to cost.
And then you're gonna have your big ones.
Yeah.
Like your food, the flowers, the cameraman.
The venue.
Yeah, the venue.
Those are going to be
all of those things.
Those are going to be the most pricey things.
But then you have your other little things that can add up quickly.
You got makeup,
hair,
dress,
gifts and cards for people helping,
ceremony musicians,
reception musicians or DJ,
photographer,
videographer,
groom's outfit,
alterations,
cutlery,
cake,
catering,
bridesmaids gifts,
silicone rings,
wedding bands,
honeymoon lodging,
honeymoon attraction,
lodging for people in the wedding that are out of town,
reception decorations and centerpieces,
bouquets and boutonnieres,
corsages,
photo booth,
invitations and save the dates,
ceremony decorations,
stamps and envelopes,
shoes,
accessories,
programs,
thank you cards,
cake topper,
cake stand,
veil,
wedding favors,
supplies for send-off, just to name a few. Basically, the moral of this story, get eloped. It's cheaper. I'm kidding. Having a wedding is great, we think. I don't know, we've never done it before, but we're in the process of it. And I'm just saying that as a joke. Just moral of the story is getting married is probably a lot more expensive than you think, because there are so many things that go into it. And before you even get engaged, you need to talk with your partner about, hey, do we actually have the money for this right now? Like, it's more than just ooey gooey, I love you, I want to be with you for the rest of my life. You have to think about more practical things as well. Like, is this a good time for you to get married?
Well, our hope is that this information has been beneficial to you and seeing just how expensive a wedding can get, but it doesn't have to be.
Yeah.
You make it expensive or inexpensive as you want to,
Yeah.
but those are just some of the aspects that goes into all this.
Yeah. Basically, just keep track of what you're spending, and before you start spending it all, make a game plan, and you should be okay. If you need help, reach out to someone you love, because it can get stressful.
Or if you have any questions, you can always ask us as well.
Leave it in the comments if you have any questions, and we'll see you next time.
Alright, goodbye.
Love you.
Hello, all you young people out there. You're going to our channel. Love you.
Why are you laughing?
Disregard everything I just said.
Oh, edit it out.
And you're gonna edit it out.
You've got makeup,
Hair.
dress.
Gifts and crush with people helping.
I'm just talking about between each one. You know how to. That's hilarious. You okay? You okay?
Okay, bridesmaids, yes.